Hopefully we are all connected. Look at this, Denzel Bentley. How long have I been waiting to get hold of you? We've been sharing DMs. It's been like 700 years, but you know what? Welcome back.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. I think the last time we spoke was probably around the Landers fight, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Ages ago.
So, yeah.
You're looking well. You're looking
Thank you.
healthy.
Thank you.
I see the yoga's obviously, you know, that hot yoga that you've been doing has really been looking after
You got to look after yourself, innit? Yeah.
No, seriously, the division.
Yeah.
I've got to ask you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to the Nathan Heaney fight. I've got to. And like with everything that's happened, you know, when you look back on that fight, because I'm looking back, did you just have an off night?
Yeah, no, it was one of them things where like my mind weren't there, innit? I was worried about other things outside the ring. Obviously, I spoke about my child that was born prematurely and stuff. He was in hospital and that. So like, I spent like at least a week and a half of the last 3 weeks of camp in the hospital.
Is the baby?
He's fine, yeah, he's fine now. Yeah, he's fine now.
Okay.
He's fine now. But like, he came early. He was meant to come after the fight. Came 6 weeks early, and then it was like, all right, cool. What do I do? Obviously, I got to step up. Obviously, I was in hospital, make sure he was alright. He was in the intensive care unit, and that. Yeah.
Gosh.
So that was kind of throwing me off a bit, and I just couldn't concentrate. I couldn't really lock in. But I didn't want to use that as an excuse after the fight because it's like it's done, innit? I never spoke about it before, so there's no need to speak about it after. But I just couldn't really lock in, and even when I was up in Manchester for the fight week, it was like just trying to figure out how my son's doing, is he all right, and
that
blah blah.
explains
I didn't really
the
care.
frustration that we also saw in the ring. I do apologise.
No, that's
I
fine,
didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm just like, get in there, knock him out, and go home. And I've never actually boxed like that in my life. Do you know what I mean? This is the one time is that I'm gonna catch him and I'm gonna go home. But I've never actually gone into a fight thinking about a one-punch knockout or anything. But I just wanted to be at home. But I knew I had an obligation to do. But I just couldn't lock in. So it was a bit unprofessional of me the way I went in the ring. But I tried to be professional and not pulling out the fight because of situations that didn't really affect.
Family though.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's your child.
Yeah.
All blessed. Everything's good now with baby.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
How old now then?
9 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
time
flies. I know, it's crazy.
So you know when you look at that, Denzel, and you look back over your career, obviously you went for your world title shot as well. When you look at the experiences that you've had, how do you find it so far in your career?
I don't know, man. It's a bit like
haphazard.
Yeah, like it's just. I look at it and I'm like, I'm proud of the route I've taken, but I'm not proud of how far I am now. I feel like I could be further. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm in a situation where it's like I've had to rebuild a few times, and it's annoying having to rebuild all the time. But I kind of hold that pride and not turning down any fights and fighting who's in front of me. And if I get offered something, I have to go for, like you said, for example, the world title fight. I can't turn down a world title opportunity and stand here and tell you I want to be a world champion. It don't make no sense. But a lot of fighters do that and they get away with it. So just boxing fans are just like, I don't know, it's just who they see being pushed or who they see being advertised better than the rest. But it just really is, isn't it?
You know what, Denzel? I'm gonna pick up on that bit there because I'm one of these, and call me naive, call me a fool, but I've stood there in front of fighters that have said they want to be this, they want to be that, but then fights are being turned down, and it's. Look, I just look at it from my point of view. I wouldn't lie. If that's something that I want to do, like yourself, you'd go and do it.
100%.
It's a risk.
Yeah. So.
But why would people do that? And this is just me trying to get into a fighter's head. Why would you stand up there and say something that you've not really got no intention of doing?
That's the thing. That's not even naive of you or whatever. But it's like that's just what it is. The name of the game is to fight. We're fighters. We're boxers, and we want to achieve things. But a lot of people are here for the branding side of things. They want to look like they're doing well, so they can earn money outside of the ring, which is fair. I understand that, and
the
you can't obviously and obviously you can't share that to everyone because then it's like, oh, you're not really about this, are you? But I've never come to that route. I've never been the next big thing or been promoted for my debut, or I've had to work for my position now, and I enjoy fighting, I enjoy competing, and I do actually want to be a world champion. So when these opportunities get presented to me, I don't care who is the champion at that time. I remember when I was first coming up, Liam Williams was a British champion, and I was saying I'd fight him because I want to be a British champion, and that could have been a fight I would have lost, and I probably never would have been British champion, but I was willing to fight him because that's where I wanted to be. So I was like, move on, I'm coming to fight you. Do you know what I'm saying? I believed I could beat him at the time. But everyone would just swerve and wait their time and be like, no, not yet, still be on the camera. But those are the ones that are being promoted well. They can sell tickets, or they can be like, oh, look at this guy's next big thing, look at his knockout, he fought any gazy guy, and oh, look at that knockout, and you can promote them. So they can bide their time, get paid a little money, and swerve guys until they get an open shot, so to say. But I've never been that guy, and Martin don't allow us to be like that anyway. So it's like,
Yeah, I've seen him in the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't
So
think you're getting away with
we're
much.
not getting away with that. So we're in the gym. When there's a fight offered, if he thinks it's a good fight, he'll bring it to us. And I trust him to make the right decision. So I've had a few losses in my career, but like I said, I'm proud of the route I've taken, but I know I could be further.
So how do you deal with that frustration, like you said, with the rebuild, you know, the focus, the kind of hunger that you've got? And the only, you know, I spoke to Tyler Denny. We talk about someone that's got hunger, someone that pockets will be paid, but he still carries that hunger. I see that in you. I see the passion in you. I see that you really want to do it.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like when you have to take a couple of steps back, not once, but maybe twice, and keep coming forward because it's what you want to do?
Because it's what I want, like literally in my heart, like it's actually what I want. Do you know what I'm saying? In my mind, I feel like I can do it, and in my heart, I really want it. So it's hard to like, even like after Heaney fight, I was like, am I done? Can I be asked to get back up and go for this and that? Like, and a couple months later, I was like, you know what? I actually do want to do this. Like, I actually do want to. I think I can still do this. Like, but then you just got to realize that it's life, innit? There's setbacks in life, and boxing is a sport. It's a part of my life, but it's not my life. So when I went home and I was spending time with my son, I kind of realized like all that stuff ain't real, innit? It just is what it is for that moment. But then when you enter a boxing space again, everyone reminds you of that, and it's a bit annoying. So it's like I need to do something. So when they're trying to get me out and say you can box on this day and that day, I said, look, I don't want no comeback fight. I don't want an 8-rounder. I don't want a confidence builder. I'd rather not box. I need a real opponent so I can prove to myself and everyone else that, you know, I can do what I feel like I can do. And that was just a bad night. That's why when Danny Dignam came up, I was like, yeah, cool, perfect, let's take it. Because that's a guy that's done a lot.
Beautiful knockout you got there. I saw it, I was like, here he is.
Yeah.
Here he is.
No, I needed that. I mean, it's a shame I take out on him, but someone had to, you know what I'm saying, someone had to be there for it. But I could have done that against someone that they sent over from a foreign country in an 8-rounder. But what does that mean? You look at me and be like, oh, you're meant to do that. Against Danny Dignam, it's like, you know what, this is a good fight. Everyone thinks it's a good fight. This can go a couple rounds. Some people might think Danny can win. Some people might think I can win. So then to do that to someone like him was like, yeah, I told you guys. You know what I'm saying? This is what I can really do. And I'm just hungry. I just really want to, you know what I'm saying, be what I say I want to be.
I love that, you know, because it's almost like the FU. In a way, because it gives you that just what you needed to be able to move on. August the 17th, I know I've been like, oh, when are you out? You know, stalking you a little bit, but in a nice way. I shouldn't say that. I'm going to get a reputation. But is it Osaze? Oh, apologies. I think I'm supposed to be speaking to him soon, so I'm glad I've seen him today. Because he's one of, he's a Nova Sport fighter. And I've been
Our second press conference will begin in just a couple of minutes.
Talk to us about that fight before I've got to let you go. August the 17th.
Yeah.
Back in there again.
Yeah, Osaze is a good fighter, kind of gone under the radar. Like his career hasn't really taken off. He won the Ultimate Boxer back in 2018, I want to say. And lockdown hit and everything hit, and he couldn't really, you know, get the career path he could have taken because lockdown actually messed up a lot of things. So his career ain't taken off. So he's a dangerous fighter. He's fit. He's strong. He comes forward, applies a lot of pressure. I've actually sparred him once before, so. Yeah, I kind of remember what he possessed at the time. I can't remember how to spar it, but I remember what he possessed at the time. But yeah, he's physically he's strong and he's fit. He can do the rounds. But yeah, obviously he went on. He lost to Tyler Denny. Credit Tyler Denny for the way his career's gone as well. But he's going to be hungry as well. He's going to want to come back and be like, you know what, I haven't got what I deserve from the sport, so let me take it off me, and I can't allow that to happen. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be in great shape. Life's going well outside the ring, and I'm excited for this fight. I think it's going to be a good fight.
I'm really excited for you as well. I know that we've got to go now, but listen, all the best. August the 17th.
Thank you.
Hopefully I'll be there to watch it live.
Yes.
But I'm so happy to see you back.
Thank you.
Denzel Bentley.
Thank you.
Salute to you.
Thank you.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.